piling on. And it'll be another throw. And that is it. The Philippines have defeated Australia 1-0. What a way to come back to Rizal Memorial. What a way to return after winning a SEA Games medal, after notching your first victory in European soil. You come back to the Philippines, you come back home with a 1-0 victory against Australia, one of the premier powerhouses in the continent. Yes, it's not the full-strength Australia, but this is the future. This is the future of their team. This is the future of the Matildas. And the Philippines have shown that right now, their future, their own future, is bright. And what a performance all around. Olivia McDaniel with her double save, Serena Bolden applying pressure and getting that goal. Eva Madarang with her dangerous throws, the midfield doing their job. So many great positives to come out of this one, Darren.
Well, so many good performances individually, and when you put that all together as a collective, they were well prepared. They looked as if they had done their homework with the team that they were playing against, and they stuck to their game plan. And when they got that goal, and when Australia come up with the answers and started to bring the game to them, they just dug deep and they did what great teams do in this fantastic setup, and which is play with a little bit of pride, play for their country. And I mean, we're looking at a scoreline, Paolo, that says 1-0 to the Philippines against Australia. And who would have thought the journey that Philippine football has been on, that we would be sat here today to witness a fantastic result. And, you know, credit to the girls that have gone straight over to the opposite bleachers first. Passion to stand out there in the rain, watch and cheer their team on. The Ultras have followed the team from the humble beginnings, and to see this and, you know, to continue, as you said, from the SEA Games to go to Europe and get a result, and then to do it in their home stadium on Philippine soil in front of their loving fans. I mean, what a moment. And it's a privilege, Paolo, to be here with you and watch a moment like this. Wow.
Well, you know what, Darren? And para sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa One Sports and One Sports Plus, we have so much more ready for you. Philippines versus Singapore on July 6, Philippines versus Malaysia against July 8, Philippines against Indonesia on July 10, and against Thailand on the 12th. As we take a look at some of the highlights from what has been a very physical affair, high-class football, world-class football being played here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Both teams had their chances in the beginning. Both teams had their chances in the first half. No team could find the back of the net, but then it was really down to adjustments made at the halftime break, Darren.
Well, take nothing away from the Australian side, who really played some nice tactical football, got the ball in good areas, but the Philippines did hold out. And I mean, I'm a girl dad, and I just cannot believe how proud everyone is of everyone, and everyone's daughters out there have gone out and just brought so much pride to Philippine football. What a fantastic result. I mean, I've covered some big games, but this one is almost up there as one of the best. I mean, given the situation, given this is our first game back in a stadium with, you know, so many people watching to witness, you know, the journey that this team has been on. And that was the moment. I mean, it won't go down as the prettiest goal in Philippine football history, but it's going to go down as one of the most remembered, because it just means so much. And I mean, sometimes you've got to get that feel-good factor. And when that ball hit the net, every single person had that moment. And I mean, you can tell by the way that we're talking here, I'm just really just bouncing off the energy of this grandstand here. What a fantastic moment. It could have been two. I mean, take nothing away from Bolden. She's really contributed, but what a game.
And of course, if you're Coach Allen, you're going to have a lot to say that this is just the beginning. But you know what, Darren? We're going to have the chance to hear from Coach Alen Stajcic himself in just a bit. And I'll be interested to hear what he has to say about this monumental win. But But don't drop your eyes. It's 1-0 to the Philippines. Let's hear it from Coach Allen.
Coach Allen, a big win. How did it feel, winning in front of the home crowd?
Oh, that's more than a big win. That's amazing to beat a team that's been in the top 10 of the world for the last 10 years, been up to number 4, and maybe they don't have some of their key players, but it's an international fixture and you have to beat whoever's out there, and for us to beat them just shows how far this team's come. So really proud of them. But it's the first game of the tournament and a long way to go. It's an amazing crowd, and to hear the noise at full time was amazing. If I'm to be really honest, I think this team deserves a full stadium here. I thank everyone who came out and supported the team, but I think these players, with the amount of heart they show, the amount of spirit they show, they deserve this to be packed for the next 4 games. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Coach Allen Stanisic and the rest of the girls. Again, so much to be happy about here. But then this is just the start of their journey. This is just their first game here in the AFF Women's Championship, and it's still a mountain to climb. They have won one, but still that doesn't guarantee a spot on top of that podium, which is where they want to be, Darren.
Well, of course, when you look at this group, considering as well that the first game had ended up in a 0-0 between Singapore and Malaysia, this result is huge in terms of what it means for us as a developing football country, for this team that is really pushing us to the top of the game, and we find themselves on the top of the group with 3 points.
So Serena Bolden was credited with the goal, and right now we can get it here from her in just a bit. So let's listen in.
Just a lot of hard work, a lot of growth. We just came back from playing and training in Europe, and I think that really helped our development, our confidence. 2 wins against Bosnia and a tough game against Ireland that I think really prepared us for today's game, the start of the tournament. So all these things led up to the win today. We didn't let up, good composure on the ball, and it was just a bunch of heart today, I would say, and just being more confident. And the goal, just beautiful cross in, and just able to, jump up with a defender and, was able to get something on the goal and not give up there. Incredible. We definitely feed off their energy, and the more people that come out, the better. So thank you so much. Salamat po.
Well, that was Serena Bolden there, credited with the goal to give the Philippines a famous 1-0 win here in the AFF Women's Championship. And of course, on Wednesday, we have a couple more games for you. Thailand will try and take on an Australia team that is eager to bounce back in the early kickoff on Wednesday. And of course, that will follow with the Philippines say on Singapore, who had a scoreless draw for their first game. So the Philippines will try to build off this good run of form and make sure that they are still atop of the standings. Still a long way to go for the Philippines to end up atop the podium. But then this is the best way to start, for sure. Thank you very much for joining us here on One Sports and One Sports Plus. The Philippines beat Australia 1-0. For all the hardworking men and women here on One Sports and One Sports Plus, and everyone working here at the venue, I'm Paolo Del Rosario alongside Darren Hartman. We'll see you in match day 2.